Talking to animals and when animals talk to you. So, I am experimenting with animal speak, communicating with various animals. I have a very good relationship with dogs. Cats I'm pretty good with, but cats are cats. um, and birds and squirrels. Squirrels I love. They love me. Crows love me. We have a relationship. But how do we communicate with the birds, and what do they mean when they're communicating with you? Well, when you see crows, it's a kind of like get it together, get it together. Things need to be moving in a positive direction. There's some warning signs. Reevaluate where you are. You know what you're doing. You know what you should be doing. Move forward in that direction. So there's a certain element of like, when you see a murder of crows, that's a little bit more like, ooh, you know what I mean? Unless you are feeding the crows and you're summoning them and you're asking them to come to you. And why would you do that just for show? Or you're feeding them, or you want to communicate with them. I don't know. But crows are not necessarily bad. So there's various elements, but if you randomly see a murder of crows in a specific house, knock on the house and be like, hey, what's anything cool? Everything all right? That kind of deal. So then we turn it to the birds, the little birds. That's my bird. Speak. It's not quite perfected, but and my crow speak is wait. It's not quite there yet. Depends on the time, depends on the weather, depends on the ego. Actually, oftentimes I try to make a video to try to teach people how to communicate with birds. No go. Because I don't think that the universe necessarily wants me to put all that information out there for you. So, with that being said, you look at the birds chirping. Oftentimes, when you need to do your prayers in the morning, or you need to have a certain set of consciousness and understand that the light of the Creator resides in everything and everyone around you, you'll see birds and they'll be chirping, and you'll be, that energy of happiness. Be like, hey, come on, come on, come on, come on, and then if you don't get, come on, come on, come on, then they're like, then they're come on, come on, come on. So that's kind of like the level of energy that you want to understand. You want to be able to. Dogs are the basics. So if you're not friendly with the dogs, there's something seriously wrong with you. And the humans also are important. So if you're walking down the street, you want to be like, hey, you don't necessarily like hello, but you can be like, good morning, or it depends on the level of relations. Like you just wait, kind of thing, and set that energy in motion. Ooh, the light is changing. Ooh, do you like it? It's so spicy. So I want to wish you all a wonderful communication with the light of the Creator. The light of the Creator resides in everything and everyone around you. First and foremost, humans. Yeah, humans are the clear distinction of the light of the Creator trying to communicate us how we need to change. So when the way that people are being with you is the way that you're being with the light of the Creator. I know, but a lot of people are like, "Arr!" And it's like, no, that's the light of the Creator communicating with you. So just think about that for a moment, and then move into animals, your communication with animals. I know there's some people that are vegan out there, and we've spoken about earlier about the factor that we may get to a level where we don't have to eat. We could just solarly power ourselves like supermen or superwomen or super people. So, what do you think about all those things? All those elements that come into play in the consciousness, in the evolution of us as humans, in the healing aspects, and just allowing the light to be various different ripples. Once we open ourselves to the reality that the light of the Creator is in everything, then we can start to have a communication with the light of the Creator. We can say, my coffee. This cup is my coffee cup. Pobrecita is not clean. Clean, no. But because it's cough, come on. I used to be with the poison and the thing, and it was fine. Previous life stuff. So that's the energy of my coffee cup, and I have a relationship with it. This is the relationship with my earbuds that are not charged right now, that were gifted to me by my aunt, and I love them and I treasure them. And so that's the relationship that I have with this particular object. So you look at the various objects in your life and to have reverence and understanding of your relationship, because there is a spark of divinity within those objects. So when you start, if it's difficult for you to communicate with people, start with things that you collected, that you have around you, and what do they mean? What are the relationships? And remove. I have a lot of stuff. And so as you transform into a better human being, it's important to have those relationships with the stuff, and then move into the people and have an honest and loving communication with the people, and all those things that I talk about in my videos, and hopefully they help you. You know, once you open up to love, love opens up to you. So I want to wish you all a wonderful, wonderful eternity. What are your experiences with things and stuff, and sending love and energy and stories that you've heard of? Let me know in the comment section down below.